Next we have the alternative wall constructions. What is a wall? A wall is a structure that defines an area, carries a load, or provides shelter or security. Okay, a wall is a structure that defines area, carries load, or provides shelter for or security. Why we go for walls? Building needs walls for protection against climate, view, any person coming in our building should be stopped. Then why we need the walls? Now walls, there can be two types of walls. One is load bearing and another one is non load bearing. That is nothing but to carry the roof or the top floor vertical loads. Then during earthquake, it should resist the lateral forces. There are typically two types of construction of loads, load bearing and non load bearing. Now let us take and step ahead how this load bearing walls are constructed. In that, first one is rammed earth construction. The rammed earth construction is a form of unbaked earth construction. The process soil compacted in layers. Let me show, this data is there. Now next let me show how it is done. Okay. Now this history of this rammed earth is from centuries away. Even if you see our ancient like our ancient parental houses, even that is made out of earth. Now some may say it is made out of small blocks. Even those blocks are compacted. Now those were blocks like your bricks, but prior to that there were 1 meter height. They used to ram the earth and have an compact layer, just one complete wall of this rammed earth. Now how is this construction process taking place? Now in this rammed earth also you are having two types: unstabilized rammed earth, that is without any organic additives, and second one is stabilized rammed earth, that is with inorganic additive. Stabilized and unstabilized, you know, because clay is an highly volatile material. To stable means what? To bring its strength matters, to increase the strength property of it, we add some admixture into it. Now that any admixture is called as a stabilizer. That's why that soil mixed with a stabilizer is called as stabilized rammed earth. Okay. Now the construction process of this, before that, what are the characteristics of cement stabilized rammed earth? The properties or the characteristics are density, moisture content during testing, clay fractions and percentage of cement. Next, in this process what is done? Layer by layer, so you can see in this image, you can see that layer by layer, that is some soil is imported in this. Now these are called as the walls. Okay, these here they are supporters, they are allowed for the supporters. Now the supports are reinforced plywood frames. Like your concrete, when you pour the concrete, we have that formwork. Similarly, for like we have the formwork for concrete, here also we are having the formwork. In this, the earth is, or the soil, when I say earth, it means the soil. The soil is poured in layer by layer. Each layer is then compacted in this process. After the compaction, next layer of earth is added, again compacted. So you can see in the step 4, the complete wall is compacted. After the compaction and strength is obtained, you can see the formwork is removed. Okay, this is how the rammed earth process takes place. Let us see some images. Now these are your, now this whatever these are there, those this part, these are nothing but your steel formworks. Now after compaction to and this height, see here you can see this height, they remove this and they go for next layer of the earth. And here also you can see, even in this complete one block, there are different layers of the soil, where at each layer it is the soil is poured and it is compacted, and later the finishing work is been done. Like this, pointers are given and the finishing work is done. Okay. Now next let us go to the next one more image. See here. Here no joints are there. This is the longer formwork within no joints. No joints means what? That is, in this previous image you had seen there was some joint. Here there is no, here there are no joints here. It is plain like one single frame. Now this is that frame that is used to compact the earth. Whereas in the previous image you had seen these are having here joints, but whereas in this image you can see this complete one block. Next, this I have told you. Next it is the cavity wall. Now what is a cavity wall? A cavity wall consists of two skins. Skin means two layers separated by a hollow space, and that hollow space is called as cavity. The skins or the layers are normally masonry walls such as brick or concrete block. Masonry is an absorbent material and therefore will slowly draw rainwater or even humidity into the walls, as well as from the inside of the walls and from outside. What is meaning is of this is that whenever, now this is the skin of the wall here, in between these two there is a small gap. Now this skin of the wall can be made out of two materials. One is your normal masonry or the concrete masonry. If concrete is used, concrete after 28 days of hardening, it doesn't absorb further more moisture. Okay, but whereas this masonry walls, what they do, they whenever it rains, they have the capacity of withholding the water, that is the water retentivity. It withholds the water and even the moisture or even the cool environment from outside, and due to this what happens, these walls form as an insulator. Okay, if the inner, suppose this is the inside of the home and this is the outside of the home. Okay, whenever you have this, you can see here the inner wall and the outer wall. In this you are having the non-insulated space. Non-insulated space means what? It is not filled with any other material into it. And this on the right hand side you can see an cavity wall with insulation. Now this insulation can be your foam, that is a thermocol, or it can be your coir insulators, and in market also you get many insulating materials. Even if this can be made out of plywood. See here in construction, this is how the walls are constructed. Okay, here you can see the small gap in between that, between the concrete wall and the, see here, between this concrete wall and this brick masonry, this gap is produced. Why this gap is provided is because to keep the if during the summers, to keep the inner environment of the home cool, and in winters to keep the inner environment to be hot and should not be affected by the outside environment whatever is going on. If it is in summers it is hot outside, but if you have walls of constructed in this fashion, the inside of the home will be cool and during winters it will be warm. So this is how the insulation takes place. Next let us go towards the composite walls. Now a A composite wall is a combination of two or more masonry units of different materials that are bonded together, one forming the face of the wall and other forming the back of the wall. So this is an example. This is made out of two materials, that is, if I consider this as the outside of the wall or the back of the wall and this as the face of the wall. Now the face of the wall is having the wood fiber and the coat, that is the plastering work is done, whereas the face of the wall, that is the back of the wall, is done out of brick masonry and then later the plastering is done. A wall constructed with two or more materials, okay, that is called as an composite wall. It is as simple as that. Next, here also one more example you can see. Now here you are having the here these are the insulators over here. This is the face of the wall, this is the back of the wall. For that, again, like for an artistic view, the vertical slips are present. For those who are having the horizontal slips, this when see here the service voids. Now why voids are provided? To keep the air circulation in proper manner, okay. Next, confined masonry. In confined masonry, the construction system where the walls are built first and then the columns and beams are constructed, that is called as an confined masonry. So you can see in the left image, in the first image you can see here the walls are being constructed first, later the formwork is placed and the reinforcement is placed, and in third image you can see the first the reinforcement, your formwork, and later the concrete is poured, and in the third image you can see they are doing for the curing. Confined means what? First the walls are constructed, then your columns and beams are constructed. Now let us see the next image of this. Now walls are tied down to the foundation. The tie works like a string around the parcel. Now you can see here, this is an demonstrative example. The walls are constructed, then later the columns and the beams are constructed. How does this act? During any earthquake, normally during any earthquake is occurring, the outer surface or the beams and columns deflect, making a least impact on the lateral walls. Now this example they have represented as an parcel. Always the outer layer is affected first than the inside one. Next, let us see confined masonry. First, you can see in this image, the walls are already constructed. Here the columns are now be constructed, and later what happens here in the reinforced concrete frames, concrete is first and the walls are later, okay. This is your on the right hand side you can see your normal construction processes that is going on nowadays. This is called as framed type of construction. On the left hand side you have the confined masonry. Till even today some of the traditional contractors, they work on such type of construction. Next, advantages and disadvantages. In the confined masonry, walls are rigid, okay, but whereas in the framework, beam and column connections are rigid. Here the walls are rigid, here the connections are rigid. Next, insulated concrete formwork. In insulated concrete formwork, what is happening? Concrete insulated walls, insulating is a cost effective, flexible, modular, permanent concrete form system. The basic unit of this system are expanded polystyrene forms that are filled with concrete and steel reinforcement. The meaning here, now whatever you are having, now this is an formwork. These are formwork made out of expanded polystyrene. In this expanded polystyrene, the reinforcement is placed. Here you can see the reinforcement being placed, and in that the concrete will be poured. Now this gap again provides like an insulation for the concrete work. Normally we will complain that your framed structures, the concrete structures, whatever buildings are built, they liberate more heat than the conventional buildings, that is buildings made out of stone or building made out of earth. To reduce this heat effect, we are giving this gap. Though the wall is constructed out of concrete only, but by placing these cavities in the wall, we are giving the heat reduction factor for the buildings. Next, these are examples of some homes that are constructed with the agricultural fiber. Like in the previous class, in agricultural waste, we saw the hay and straw. Now the uses of that we are going to see. This is the straw board that is made by mixing your straw and cement and a glue material. It is compacted well, and then the boards are made. Even nowadays this is being used for the cupboards and all. There you can see this straw boards. This is an example for the straw building. This is on the left hand side, you can see the outer building, how it looks. Here inside you can see how the same straw board is used for the construction purposes. Here only one disadvantage will be what is a fire resistance. You have to take care of the fire resistant, because since it is made of the fibers